A major shift in U.S. immigration enforcement is underway, one that involves far more than border patrols or courtroom cases. In late 2025, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, better known as ICE, quietly rolled out a nationwide program designed to covertly track immigrants across the country, including their locations and movements, using private contractors and technology tools. This program, dubbed Skip Tracing Services, could change how immigration enforcement operates on the ground. Today, we're breaking down what this program is, how it works, who's involved, and why it's raising questions about surveillance, privacy, and the role of private firms. Stay tuned. In December 2025, ICE began implementing a new initiative designed to track down up to 1.5 million undocumented immigrants nationwide. The term skip tracing traditionally refers to techniques used to locate people, often in debt collection or legal service contexts, by tracing their most recent known contact information and movements. In this case, ICE is using it to confirm where individuals are living, working, or otherwise residing in the U.S., thereby helping the agency plan enforcement actions, including deportations. Rather than deploying only federal agents to locate individuals, ICE is outsourcing much of this work to private contractors that specialize in data analysis, identity resolution, and location tracking, a move that could significantly expand its reach and capacity. According to the reporting, ICE describes the program as a way to verify addresses, identify current locations, and update records for people already in the immigration enforcement system. This information can then be used to determine next steps, whether that's issuing notices, scheduling check-ins, or planning arrests. ICE has framed the program as an efficiency measure, arguing that accurate location data allows the agency to focus resources more effectively. The program relies heavily on private companies, including major consulting and technology firms. Under the contracts, these firms are tasked with gathering and analyzing data to help ICE locate individuals of interest. Rather than conducting physical surveillance, contractors compile information from commercial databases, public records, address histories, phone and utility records, and other legally accessible data sources. ICE officials say this approach allows them to avoid direct contact while still building detailed profiles of where people are likely living or working. The surveillance does not rely on a single source of information. Instead, it involves aggregating data from multiple streams. This can include credit header data, previous immigration records, change of address filings, vehicle registration data, employment or service records. When combined, these data points can paint a fairly precise picture of someone's daily life, even if they haven't had recent contact with immigration authorities. Importantly, much of this information comes from commercial data brokers, not traditional law enforcement databases. That distinction has become central to the debate surrounding the program. ICE argues that skip tracing allows the agency to reduce guesswork in enforcement operations. Instead of sending agents to outdated addresses or conducting broad sweeps, officials say this system helps them confirm whether someone is still in the country, determine if an address is current, and prioritize enforcement actions. From ICE's perspective, this reduces operational costs and minimizes unnecessary encounters. The agency also maintains that the program targets people who already have final removal orders or unresolved immigration cases, not random individuals. Despite ICE's assurances, the program has raised significant concerns. Critics argue that covert database tracking blurs the line between routine record-keeping and mass surveillance. Because much of the data comes from commercial sources, individuals may not even realize their information is being used in immigration enforcement. There are also concerns about data accuracy, mistaken identity, lack of transparency, and limited oversight of private contractors. Once incorrect information enters a system like this, it can be difficult for affected individuals to challenge or correct it. Beyond legal questions, the program may have a psychological and social impact. Knowing that movements, addresses, and daily activities could be quietly tracked may discourage people from accessing public services, changing jobs or housing, reporting crimes, or participating in community life. Even immigrants with lawful status may become more cautious, unsure how broadly such tools might be applied in the future. ICE's nationwide skip tracing program marks a clear shift toward data-driven, covert enforcement, one that relies less on physical presence and more on digital footprints. Supporters say it improves efficiency and focus. Critics warn it expands surveillance with limited safeguards. As immigration enforcement increasingly moves into the digital realm, understanding how these systems work and how they affect everyday life becomes more important than ever. If you found this breakdown helpful in understanding what the surveillance technique of skip tracing is and how it works, tap like. And to receive factual updates of how U.S. immigration policy and enforcement continue to evolve, subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell. Thank you for watching.